Time now for high-flying college volleyball as the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College host the Montana Tech Oregdiggers. It's a battle between the two top teams in the Frontier Conference as the Bears look to split the regular season series against Tech. Now let's head to the Fortin Center with Herm Ellenboss for Oregdigger Battlin Bear Volleyball on KURLradio.com.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Fortin Center at Rocky Mountain College. I'm Herm Ellenboss, and, well, big set of games coming up for both these teams between now and the end of the season. Montana Tech holding a full game lead over Rocky Mountain College. That could be a race tonight, depending on the result, or it could be padded. And it was a half-game lead on Tuesday for Montana Tech, but they went over to Western last night and had kind of a bipolar win over Western as they battled to a 5-set match, but in the 5th set it was 15-4. So Montana Tech got its thing going in the 5th set and made no doubt about who was going to win that one. And that gave Montana Tech its 8th conference win against just one loss, that loss to Carroll College. And Carroll has quietly been moving up the ranks. Right now in the Frontier Conference, Tech leading at 8-1. And it's Rocky at 7-2. Carroll 5-3. They were below that for quite a while, and they've been on a good winning streak lately. Providence at 5-4. Providence knocked off Rocky when these two met in Great Falls last week. And then it's Northern at 3-5. LC State and Western at 1-7 and 1-8 respectively. So tonight, plan for Tech to hang on to first place or for Rocky Mountain College to pull into a tie. And we've got a big one coming up here as Tech handed Rocky a loss over in Butte earlier this season, as that was the road trip where the team from Billings plays LC State and then Tech over the course of a couple of days. And Tech took them pretty good in 4 sets at Tech, and Rocky will try to return the favor here tonight. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with more from the Fortin Center.
If your business is growing and you don't have time to find good employees, give us a call at Advanced Employment. Every week we place hundreds of great workers at companies all over the Billings area, from hospitality and construction to retail and clerical. Our rates are the lowest in town, and we can provide insured, reliable employees fast, serving our customers by getting the job done right for over 20 years. Advanced Employment in the red, white, and blue house at 2115 Broadwater.
Get the job done right. Building a new home or replacing windows and doors? Look to Pella Windows and Doors. Pella offers high-efficiency windows and doors built specially for you. Pella offers pre-finished interiors and exteriors and innovative between-the-glass blinds and shades. Your expert Pella representative will help you design and enhance the beauty of your home, whatever the size or budget. Visit your Pella showroom in Billings at 2520 Grand Avenue. Pella, viewed to be the best. Dress for Success Billings empowers women to achieve economic independence by providing interview and work-appropriate clothing, as well as career mentoring services to help with resume writing and interview skills. We also offer professional development workshops, computer training, and a mentoring program with local businesswomen. For more information, please visit our website at billings.dressforsuccess.org or give us a call at 256-7304.
This message sponsored by John and Darla Jones. Don't let an injury or pain in your bones, joints, or muscles slow you down. Billings Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine can help. Their team of orthopedics and sports medicine doctors, physical therapists, occupational therapists, and athletic trainers work together in a unique way for patients of all ages. Billings Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine team helps get everyday athletes back on their feet because life is a sport. For more information or to make an appointment, visit billingsclinic.com/ortho. And we're about set for our national anthem, so we'll go right back to break on our radio broadcast and stay here on rocky.edu for 2 minutes.
In January, KURL will once again be publishing its newest Update magazine and directory of advertisers. A new Update magazine and directory has been in your mailbox every January for 20 years, and you want to make sure that this year your business, profession, or service is there when Curl listeners and friends want your information. Ads start at only $95. We also want to hear from those of you who would like to be on this year's We Love Curl page, a popular part of last year's update. So let us put an ad in Update magazine and directory for your business this year, or join the folks who help the station by being part of the We Love Curl page. For a minimum gift of $45, we'll list you along with many other Curl friends in Update. While supplies last, our We Love Curl page people will receive a CD from David Jeremiah called Drive Time Devotionals. Call us at 245-3121 or email Herm at curlradio.com for more information.
Hey, sports fans, hate the panic that sets in when you get a low battery warning on your phone just as you're capturing the most epic game? Never be powerless again. At Verizon Cellular Plus, we have portable power chargers so you can charge on the go. They're small enough to fit in your pocket so you can charge up at the gym or football stadium. Keep your battery fully charged and get all the video and pictures you want. Only at your Billings area Cellular Plus in the Heights, on Shiloh, across from the Mall, in Lockwood, and in Laurel. CellularPlus.com.
Doctors McBride and Steiner, proud to announce a new associate doctor to their practice. Billings native and University of Montana and Arizona College of Optometry graduate Dr. Sean Lepsock is accepting patients. Dr. Lepsock has special interest in the treatment of glaucoma and dry eye, but also provides general vision care, including the latest in contact lenses. Call Doctors McBride and Steiner at 656-7605 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Lepsock. Doctors McBride and Steiner, 2120 Grand Avenue.
Back at the Fortin Center on Rocky.edu and KURLradio.com, zooming around the world on the internet tonight for this huge Frontier Conference volleyball matchup. Montana Tech is coached by Brian Solomon. They made it to Friday play at the National Championships in Sioux City last year. 18-7 on the year, 8-1 in conference play, ranked number 14. Main players: number 1 is Hannah Liss, a 5'5 junior. Number 3 is Sabrina Hopcroft, a 5'7 defensive specialist, a sophomore. Number 4 is Camille Moody, 5'7 freshman. Number 7 is Heather Thompson, a 5'11 outside hitter, a sophomore. Number 11, with over a block a game, Haley Drivestein, a 6'1 senior. Number 12 is Nicole Peacock, a 5'11 right side senior. Angela Molesworth wears number 13, a 6'2 junior. Number 15, from the Ukraine, Masha Karol, a 6'2 junior. Tori Cellini wears number 16, a 5'8 junior. And Jenna McMillan, a 5'9 sophomore, wears number 17. For the Rocky Mountain College Lady Bears, coached by Lori Kelly, we'll be calling the names of Haley Kapinga, number 3, a 5'10 junior. Number 2, Krista Judish from Conrad, Montana, a 5'9 outside. Number 4, Daniela Russell, a 5'9 sophomore. Ruby Collenbeck, a 5'7 junior. Number 5, Holland Ferguson, is the libero. Number 6, Natalie Hilderman sets the table, a 6'1 freshman wearing number 9. Sydney Matheny, superstar middle blocker for the Bears, 5'11 senior, wears number 11. Tess Hellrud is a 6' senior, wears number 15. And Olivia Lamy wears number 18, a 5'9 junior right side. Western coming off, or Tech coming off a win over Western last night at Dillon, and Rocky coming off a win over MSUB, crosstown rivalry, and they look pretty sharp on Tuesday night. So Coach Lori Kelly hopefully has her team peaked and ready for this challenge, with the win equaling first place in the Frontier Conference. That's Brian Solomon, my great friend, standing in front of me, asking if it's okay. With a good smile on his face. Got to do his games at Nationals last year. Got to know him a little bit. So both teams wearing black uniforms tonight. The libero wearing dark green for Tech. That's Sabrina Hopcroft. And wearing the only light-colored uniform on the floor, if you're watching on Rocky.edu, is Holland Ferguson. And she is the libero for Rocky Mountain College. Lots of size on both sides of the floor, and no shortage of athleticism, as these records would indicate. And Tori Cellini will serve first for the Oregdiggers, and we are underway with the match to decide who's going to lead the Frontier Conference. Cellini takes it back to Kapinga and gets the ace. Shankopotamus right off the bat on the ace for Tori Cellini. 1-0 Tech. Now that'll get your blood going if you're the person who got that serve and shanked it. And guess where this next serve will go more than likely? Cellini loads it up, this time to the cross court to Ferguson. Perfect pass. There's Matheny, and she gets it down on the sideline. Sydney Matheny gets a quick set to the middle and puts it away. We're tied up at 1. And back to serve, it was Natalie Hilderman, freshman extraordinaire from Red Lodge, Montana. 3 Red Lodge players on this Battlin Bears squad. And now we're ready. And Hilderman loads it up, sends it back to Hopcroft. Pass is good to the middle, and the swing is down for Tech. So nobody stopping anybody in the early going. Haley Drivestein gets a feather off of Collenbeck and puts it away. And Jenna McMillan will go back to serve. Jenna from the right corner floats it back. This time Kapinga, another shank, but run down by Collenbeck. Free ball by Kapinga. Takes it back to McMillan. The set to Drivestein, 2 in a row for Haley Drivestein. She's hitting .341, batting 1,000 so far tonight. As nobody getting up with a touch on Drivestein's swing. And Jenna McMillan back to serve again. Loads up the short approach. Collenbeck somehow gets under it. Here's Lamy. Roll shot over the top. Covered with a dive by Hopcraft. To the outside. Down the line. Ferguson with a dig. Tight to the net. Hilderman pushes it over. Here's the attack. From the right side. That's on the floor for Nicole Peacock. Rocky all spread out. And Rocky is down 4-1 in the early going. Jenna McMillan back to serve. Boy, both coaches had a little bit of edge on them tonight when they talked to him. Kapinga gets the good serve, or the good pass, puts it away. Kept alive by a last-second dive for Tech. Out to Kapinga. Another tip. This one's down. 2 tips in a row for Kapinga. The second one finds the floor. First one had to have floor burns on it, but also a fingernail under it from Hopcroft. And Krista Judish back to serve for the Bears. From the left corner. Takes it deep to Peacock. Here's the swing back by Peacock. Just missed the aerial. Peacock will push it over. Hilderman. Kapinga. Jump set to Matheny. Bounce off the block. Covered by Tech. To the backside. Molesworth gets it down. Angela Molesworth with her first kill. Molesworth, 6'2" junior. And it's 5-2 Tech. And Sabrina Hopcroft back to serve. Hopcroft will move over to the left corner, go cross court to Ferguson. A little bit of a shank, run down by Daniela Russell. Free ball by Ferguson. Takes it back to McMillan. Tip from Drivestein, covered. The set to Russell. High bounce off the block, easy cover for Curl. The set to McMillan, dug out by Ferguson. High level of play in the early going here. Cellini takes it outside. That's out the back door in the swing. Tori Cellini can't get that swing from the outside from Molesworth to hit the floor. Carroll, rather. Holland Ferguson back to serve. Rocky within 2, 5-3. Ferguson loads it up, shoots it to the backside to McMillan. Put to the floor on the front by Tess Hellrud. Overpass and a smackdown by Hellrud, and Rocky has clawed their way back to within 1. Ferguson will try to get it tied up. The jump serve, McMillan. The swing by Molesworth, covered. Nope, it's down on the floor. Judish looked like she was under it, but give Coral a kill. Masha Coral, 6-4, side out Tech. And Hannah List, the best server on the squad, goes back to serve for the Oregdiggers. 53 aces on the year. List from the right corner. Cross court, two players converge, and Kapinga decides she didn't touch the first one. Back to McMillan. Here's the swing by Jenna McMillan, Peacock rather, and it's on the floor, and Tech is back on top of things. They let Rocky get to within one, and now they have rolled out to a 3-point lead again. Hannah List back to serve again. Three players on their toes on the back row. Ferguson gets a good pass on it. Hilderman bumps that to Kapinga. Cross court. Saved out of the net, but not the second pass. Hannah List tried to one-arm it over, and she could not get it over. That's a point for Rocky. And back to serve, Haley Kapinga. Loads up the left hand, takes it backside to Peacock. Almost under the net violation there. Hilderman loads up Russell. Russell with the kill. She tools it off Nicole Peacock, and Russell has her first kill. And once again, Rocky knocking on the door of tying this thing up. And Kapinga will try to take care of that here from the service line. Gets the signal from the coaching staff. Goes cross court with a sinker ball and the ace. Peacock kept going down. Couldn't get down far enough on that drop ball from Kapinga. An ace for Haley Kapinga ties everything up at 7. Good play by both teams in the early going. Peacock has the on-target pass to List. The set out to Carroll. It's on the floor. Kapinga having trouble squaring up on those kills early in the game. She had the ace off of her and then a shank a couple of serves later. Now she has trouble when she's squared up on that kill by Carroll. And Peacock waits to serve. Tech regains the 8-7 lead. Peacock back to Ferguson. On target to Hildeman. Here's Russell. Russell off the block on the floor. A little bit of a touch by Heather Thompson at the net, and that took it out of the reach of the cover by Jenna McMillan. And in the game to serve goes Ruby Collenbeck. We're back to the 8-8 tie. Collenbeck sets up on the left corner. Another lefty. Down the line to Peacock. Long run for the setter. Big swing by Carroll, covered by Rocky. The set out to Lamy. Lamy reaches back and dug out by Tech. Pushed over on the front row by McMillan. A push by Hellrud, saved by Tech. The tap didn't work that time. Kapinga gets a dig on a cross-court swing. Lamy can't get it over the net. Tech up by 1. Olivia Lamy didn't get her timing right on that one. Well, the adrenaline will kick in soon here. Molesworth back in the game, moves into the front row for Tech. And back to serve, Allison Kelly. Kelly loads up from the middle of the floor. Tech up by 1. Hilderman the quick to Hellrud for the miss. It's 10-8. Hellrud took the short target, couldn't get it down. Kelly goes back to serve again for the Oregdiggers. Allison Kelly, a freshman. Collenbeck, perfect pass. The set to Hellrud. Tip down. Peacock was surprised that the up front player didn't cover it. And someone got a look on the front row for Tech. Point for Rocky, 10-9. Peacock and Collenbeck competing for reddest hair on the floor. Annie Cook serves it. Here's the set to the outside to Molesworth. That's too much for the front row blockers. Skims it off of Matheny and gets it on the floor. And Molesworth with the power gets it down 11-9. Tori Cellini in the game to go back to serve. Been watching this game on the schedule for a long time, looking forward to it, and here we are on the night, and it's lived up to expectations so far. Kapinga, the quick to Matheny. That bounces off the block. Peacock was there, couldn't control it. Matheny, also a high percentage hitter in the category of Haley Drivestein. And Rocky back within 1, 11-10. Hilderman back to serve. Peacock pops it up. Saved by her compatriot. Back to Peacock for the back row attack. Ferguson up to Hilderman. Here's Lamy. Lamy off the block and down. She loves to tool it off the block. McMillan couldn't close it. And Lamy gets her first kill. All 11s on the board. Pretty good crowd here, but a lot of competition for the fans tonight in Billings with Senior West going on. Tipped over the top by McMillan. A running save for Collenbeck. That's not going to get over the net. Give McMillan the kill. Tried to play it out of the net, did Tech, or did Battlin Bears, but they could not control the second pass. 12-11, Tech. McMillan back to serve. Deep ball to Collenbeck. On target to Hilderman. Here's the set to Lamy. Off the block. Saved on the back row, but a lift is called on the defense for the Oregdiggers. Sabrina Hopcraft had to change directions and couldn't do it cleanly and have a pass come out of it. All squared away at 12. We're inching our way through this first set. And back to serve, Conrad's Krista Judish. The set to Drivestein. Power goes back to Tech, and it hits the Tech floor. So a dig by Judish finds its way to the floor on the Tech side, and there's Rocky's first lead on a freak play. Can't do much more than that if you're the swinger in the middle, Drivestein. She gets it back. This time it's on the floor. So one miss for Drivestein on a freak defensive play, and then right back to her, and she gets the side out and the tie at 13. Hopcraft will go back to serve. Loads up the three-step approach. Ferguson on target to Hilderman. The set to Kapinga. Off the block. Covered in the back row by Tech. To the outside. Carroll gets dug out. Matheny on the floor. Crawls down the net like a squirrel on a power line, and it falls on the floor after the tip. And Matheny and Drivestein are matching each other for kills in the early going. Rocky leads 14-13. Ferguson back to Hopcroft. The set to the outside. Carroll this time gets blocked at the net. Out to Russell. Russell high off the block. Covered on the front row by Carroll. Back row attack. Ferguson there on the dig to Kapinga. Kapinga tries the short stuff. Second attempt down. Kapinga either stayed in the air a very long time or hopped right back up and got that. And it's 15-13. Brian Solomon calls the timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. 15-13 Rocky in the first game.
After the game, you're going to be hungry. That means CJ's Barbecue and Grill. Sit around the fire, eat garlic ribs, super nachos, breaded calamari from CJ's appetizer menu, or order some of CJ's famous ribs or chicken. You'll find just what your appetite craves. And if you're hungry right now, can't wait, give CJ's a call for pickup. 656-1400. CJ's Barbecue and Grill on Central at 2455 Central Avenue.
So an entertaining first half of this one. We're going to 25 for you volleyball newts. And sometimes more than that. Had a match earlier this year that went 30-28, I believe, between Bozeman and West before Bozeman pulled it out. And Rocky had a 29-27er against MSUB on the home court earlier this year. So Rocky up by 2 as Ferguson gets set to continue out of the timeout. Ferguson shoots it back to Peacock. On target pass. The set to the outside to Carroll. It's perfect. Carroll hits this little piece of daylight in the middle of the floor and gets it there without a touch at the net. 15-14, the right play out of the timeout. Hannah Liss into the game from Glacier High. Has the same last name as the maiden name of my wife, so I've always kind of followed her career. Hannah Liss loads it up. Good server. Ferguson out to Kapinga on the set. That's a bad miss, and we're tied up at 15. 2 straight points out of the timeout, and Tech has it tied up. Kapinga a little wild with that one. Watch, she'll tip next time. Back to serve, Hannah Liss. Boy, Kapinga got smoked on the serve, but she gets a good pass out of it. Off the top of the block by Hellrud. Here's the set to the outside. McMillan gets dug out by Krista Judish. And Russell knocked back by the front row, Heather Thompson. Back to Russell. Tries to go a little higher. Gets it over the defense. Hate to say it, but Hopcroft gave up on that one. Either she knew she couldn't get there, or somebody called her off. You never know. 16-15. The second load by the Battling Bears gets down. Hopcroft, good pass to the front row to Moody. Big swing by Peacock. Gets over to Rocky, out though. And that's a point for the Bears. The Bears take the lead. Couple of points by Tech to tie it up. Now Rocky back with a couple of points to take the 17-15 lead in the first set. Kapinga back to serve. Cross court. Hopcroft up to Moody. Big swing in the front row. Knocked back by Hellrud. Second attempt goes out. No, just in. And who got that one? Was it Carroll? Not sure, but it's a point for Tech. That one has yellow tape on it. And Peacock back to serve. Cross court. Ferguson barely got there, but got a good pass. Free ball by Rocky. Peacock up to Moody. The set to the outside. McMillan pounds it off Kapinga. Kapinga keeps it alive. Moody, another set to McMillan. A dig for Judish. Here's Russell. Russell, cross court for the kill. Wow, almost got it off the time clock above the backboard on the deflection. And Russell just pounds that one. She reloaded. You know how you reach back a little more to throw it harder in baseball? That's what Russell did there. And back to serve goes Collenbeck. Collenbeck loads up the left hand. Peacock on target with the pass to Moody. The set out to McMillan. Huge block at the net. A solid thump that you heard on the radio and saw on your internet screen as Hellrud puts up a wall on that one for the stuffer. And Rocky is pulled into the 3-point lead nearing the end of the middle third of this one. Collenbeck back to Peacock. Shank. That's not going anywhere. Give Collenbeck an ace. And that was a communication issue on the part of Tech as two players converged, and they're both looking over at the coach. Brian Solomon wants another visit. 2016 Rocky, we're in the first set. We're in the home stretch, and we're back in 30.
Hello, this is Bill Coffey, CEO of Stockman Bank. Here at Stockman, we are proud to support local businesses and family farmers and ranchers. We help build and improve our community. Stockman operates only in Montana. Banking is what we do, serving is who we are, and giving back is just one way we support our great state. Montana is unique. Your banking should be too. Visit your local Stockman Bank.
Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
Well, out of the timeout, Tech needs to make it happen now. They've spotted Rocky, the 4-point lead, and Rocky only has 5 to go before this first set is in the books. So we'll see if Tech gets a good stand out of the timeout like they did last time. Ruby Collenbeck back to serve. Takes it deep. The pass by Hopcroft is good. Out to McMillan off the top of the block, covered by Ferguson. The quick set. Down for Rocky there at 21. Hellrud slams it off the block. And Rocky is getting their wheels under him, playing with a pretty good rhythm here over the last 10 points. Collenbeck back to serve. The lead is 5. Ruby Collenbeck from Forsyth gets it back to Peacock. Here's the set to Carroll, covered by Kapinga. Out to Lamy. Lamy bombs it about 10 feet out the back door. And there's your side out for Tech. And they only have a few more points they can give Rocky. And we are going to see Andrea Hawks on the front row for Lamy. Coach Kelly tries some different stuff. Allison Kelly back to serve for the Oregdiggers. Kelly deep ball to Collenbeck. Perfect pass. The set to Hawks off the top of the block. Covered with a reach by Molesworth. The swing by McMillan. Kapinga's there. Back to the middle to Hellrud. Dug out. Into the net. They can't control it on the Tech side of the net. Peacock got under that one, but could not control it. Rocky gets the side out there, 3 points away from taking the first set. Annie Cook goes back to serve. She has the distinctive serving style of a little hop-skip thing. Hopcroft, perfect pass up to Moody. The set to the middle and blasted to the floor by Thompson. First kill for Thompson, according to my records. So Tech matching points now with Rocky. 22-18. Tori Cellini goes back to serve. Boy, Coach Solomon has a bunch of setters. He rotates through this lineup. Cellini from the right side. Collenbeck, Hilderman, Hawks, cross court. Hopcroft with the dig. The set out to Molesworth, punched up in the air by Kapinga. Back to Hawks. Hawks off the block, covers it in the donut hole for the Tech Oregdiggers. Out to Molesworth, blocked at the net. It's on the floor. Matheny with a stuffer. And Rocky's at 23. 3 kills and a stuffer now for Matheny in the first set. Hilderman back to serve. Rocky 2 points away. Hopcroft on target. The set pushed over the top by Drivestein. Mishandled by Tech. Easy point for Rocky. And that's going to put a frown on Brian Solomon's face. Set point coming up for the Bears. 24-18. Hilderman will try to take it home for the Battling Bears. Down the line, Hopcroft on target with the pass to Cellini. The cross-court swing by Molesworth, covered. Matheny squirrels it inside the net. Tech has to keep it alive, and they do. Molesworth off Kapinga. The left-handed swing by Kapinga. Colin Beck with a dig. The quick to Matheny, and a double is called on Hilderman. Tried to get a little cute with that one. She tried to go to the quick instead of the usual load up to the outside in that transition situation. 24-19. Tech not done yet. Jenna McMillan back to serve. Kapinga, perfect pass. Here's the set to Hawks. Hawks is blocked, but she gets the second load over the net. Here's the attack. The quick to the backside for Kapinga. Dug out by Tech. Out to Molesworth. Into the corner. It's on the floor. Tech gets the point. 24-20. And I thought that Lori Kelly called the timeout, but instead she just walked out shouting encouragement. Jenna McMillan back to serve for the Oregdiggers. Deep ball. There's an ace off Kapinga. That's 2 aces off Kapinga in this set. Now they're going to cover up Kapinga. And Tech is making this interesting. 24-21 as McMillan gets set. McMillan. Oh, would have been out. Played by Ferguson. The set to Hawks. Hawks hits it out. And they give the point to Rocky on the touch. Someone at the net got a fingernail on it. 25-21. So Rocky holds off the hard-charging Oregdiggers and pulls out the first set, 25-21. We're back in 2.5.
The world's greatest hamburgers, fresh-baked pies, delicious shakes, soups, salads, steaks, fries, onion rings. We must be talking Fuddruckers. There's just no better place for a delicious and fun meal for the whole family. Mom and Dad can sit and enjoy their favorite beverage, and the kids will have a ball. Make plans to come into Fuddruckers. Delicious food, great atmosphere, low prices, and just plain fun. Fuddruckers, just off King Avenue West and 875 Main Street in the Heights.
MSU got my future into focus. With over 100 academic options, the choice is clear. I chose health and human performance, music and business,
Math and physical sciences.
elementary education, radiologic technology. MSU offers more online courses than any institution in Montana. Professors make courses meaningful. My internship puts what I'm learning into motion. MSU is the most affordable option in the region.
Experience the MSCB advantage. Being successful today is personal. Maybe it's developing a new business relationship or opening a door to an emerging market. Success is something you can see and feel. What does success mean to you? Business is intentional, and the biggest risk you can take in business is not trying. Isn't it time you measured your success on your own scale, not someone else's? Invest in yourself and partner with people who see and understand your passion. Western Security Bank. Security you can trust from people you know. Member FDIC.
My son Kyle is a born athlete. We were so excited when his coach told him that several colleges were asking about him, but when he tore his ACL during his junior year, he thought his college dreams were shattered. His coach suggested we call Ortho Montana, and I'm so glad we did. Ortho Montana specializes in cases like Kyle's, and they had him back on the field in no time. That was a couple years ago. Kyle's been playing college ball for 2 years now, and his knee's stronger than ever. I couldn't be more proud.
Ortho Montana. Life lived well. Thompson Pools is your center for jacuzzi relaxation. After all, jacuzzi created the hot tub industry, and now 60 years of jacuzzi experience combined with 45 years of Thompson Pools and Spas creates something special just for you. Plus, Thompson Pools is nationally recognized for customer service. Learn how to turn your backyard, patio, or property into an outstanding and exotic vacay getaway. If it ain't a Thompson Pool, it ain't worth a dip. Start at ThompsonPools.com.
Back at Rocky Mountain College, hope you're enjoying the broadcast on rocky.edu, YouTube, and curlradio.com. My thanks to Mason Edelblue back at the station. One of those unsung heroes that keep things going and headed where they're supposed to, along with our cameraman here at the Fortin Center. Let's take a look at our first set stats, and boy, these teams were hitting the ball. 18 kills and 43 attempts for Rocky. That's 326. Tech had 233 on 14 kills, 43 attempts, and 10 attempts went to Gina McMillan in that first set. 4 players had 3 kills for Tech: Drivestein, Peacock, Molesworth, and Carroll. And for Rocky, 4 kills for Kapinga, 4 for Hellrud led the way. We're set to go here. We'll bring you up to date on the rest of it as we go along. Hilderman tries the short ball, and somehow Hopcroft got there. Close to a double there. Big swing to Matheny, knocked back by Molesworth. He was all over that one. Tip over the top by Kapinga. Saved on the front row by Cellini. And off the block and down for Molesworth. Molesworth ends that battle with a big thump off the block of Rocky. 3 blocks for Rocky in that first set, none for Tech. Back to serve goes Jenna McMillan. McMillan loads it up, sends it down the line. Colin Beck, perfect pass to Hilderman. The quick to Kapinga, off the block, jammed into the air. This one has to be over for McMillan. Punched up in the air by Colin Beck. The set to the outside by Cellini. Dug out by Ferguson. Saved out of the net by Hilderman, but she's under the net. And that's a point for Tech. They're up 2-0. Momentum took her under the net. And Jenna McMillan will go back to serve again. McMillan rockets it and just misses. Good no play by Ruby Collenbeck. That was only out by a foot or so on the back line. And Rocky has climbed off the mat in the second set. It's 2-1. Krista Judish back to serve for the Bears. Cross court to Peacock. The quick set to Drivestein. She reaches back. Look out below when she does that. She has a very supple body where she can turn it all loose at the tip of her fist on that ball. And that was pretty. Drivestein gets the kill. 3-1 Tech. Hopcroft pushes it back to Ferguson. Kapinga goes off the block. Hopcroft with a dig. Back row attack for McMillan. She punches the rejection in the air. Over to Carroll for the kill. Takes the tight angle, gets it in front of Judish. And Tech off to a good start in this second set. And Hopcroft will go back to serve. A jumper back to Ferguson. Hilderman gets under it. Russell reaches up. Tips it up in the air. Saved by Hopcroft. This one has to be over by McMillan to the sideline. Judish makes the play. Matheny gets stabbed into the air by Molesworth. Krista Judish with a diving save. Kapinga sends it out by a foot. 5-1. Kapinga just a hair long on the back line. Boy, it's fun to watch two great teams go at it. Sabrina Hopcroft back to serve. To Ferguson, on target to Hilderman. Russell on the load up, gets blocked out of bounds. That's a side out for Rocky on the Russell kill. And in the first set, Russell had 4 kills and 8 swings. She hit 500. So Hilderman better keep an eye on Russell on the load ups. Ferguson down the line. Good pass by McMillan. Up to Cellini. And blocked to the floor by Kapinga on the swing by Masha Kroll. Kapinga gets the stuffer. She's one of those fill up the stat sheet kind of players, especially over the last half of the season. Man, she has been putting some numbers up. Ferguson back to McMillan. Cellini to Drivestein, who goes to the tip. Haven't seen that before. And the block was there for the Kapinga tip. The set goes to Carroll. Ferguson on the dig. Out to Russell. Russell blocked back. That's on the floor. Peacock and Drivestein say no on that one, and it's 6-3. Drivestein's going to come out and be replaced by Heather Thompson. Thompson, a 5'11 sophomore. Tech has doubled up Rocky in the early going. Hannah Liss back to serve. Jumper, Ferguson. Perfect pass to Hilderman, to Kapinga, cross court. Liss with the dig. McMillan sets up Peacock. Tip over the top, Kapinga right on it. The set to the middle to Hellrud, knocked back by Carroll. A bump set to the outside to Russell. Another wall at the net for Tech. Pushed to the back corner. Popped up into the air by Hopcroft. Here's the back row push by McMillan. Back to Ferguson. The set to Kapinga. Blocked to the floor, but outside the line. Kapinga gets the kill. Another close one there. Kapinga gets the kill. Rocky has clawed within 2, 6-4. Just outside the line, right behind the Kapinga swing. Kapinga goes back to serve. Close to a foot fault there. Moody, cross court. That's on the floor by Masha Carroll. She hit the drop ball with power, and Ferguson had one of those keep leaning forward, and she never gets to it plays. And Peacock back to serve for the Oregdiggers. Judish calls it. The set to Russell. Russell dug out this time by Hopcroft. Moody to the backside to McMillan off the top of the block. Covered. Hilderman tries Kapinga. On the backside, Hopcroft with an easy dig. Moody loads up Carroll. It's on the floor. Carroll drops it in front of Kapinga, who is pretty well stationed. But she drops in the short ball and gets it down. 8-4, Tech leads in the second set. It's a showdown for the lead in the Frontier Conference. Tipped over the top for Hellrud, covered by Carroll. The set to the backside to McMillan. High bounce off the block, covered by Ferguson. Hilderman pushes it out. That's out. Boy, the up ref looked back to the corner and no signal from the ref. She was probably totally screened out, but the call was pretty easy to make. 9-4, Tech running away with the second set. Peacock back to Ferguson, on target to Hilderman. The set to Russell. Russell off the top of the block, covered by Peacock. Moody is going to load up Carroll. Carroll, big block at the net by Hellrud. The set, cross-court swing is going to be a miss for Heather Thompson. Side out Rocky. But Tech was able to add to their lead, and Lamy is back in the game after seeing some bench time in the first set after some errors and giving way to Andrea Hawks. But Lamy is back out there. Collenbeck shoots it back to Peacock. Perfect pass to Moody. Here's Carroll again. Stuff block. Hellrud right there with a wall. And Rocky is within 3. Tess Hellrud has her second solo stuff block. 9-6 Tech. Tech needs the side out. Collenbeck back to Hopcroft. A little bit of a shank run down by Moody. Here's McMillan. She hits the open corner. Boy, Kapinga was running up. She didn't know what was going on, and McMillan gets the side out with a solid smash into the open corner, and Tech is in double digits, 10-6. Back to serve goes Allison Kelly, 5'7" freshman. Kelly from the middle of the floor, shoots it deep. Collenbeck on target to Hilderman. The set out to Lamy, punched up in the air by Tech. It's alive. Gina McMillan into the corner. Ferguson gets there. The set back to Lamy, right in her wheelhouse, and she gets that one. Boy, Lamy got a perfect set. You could see the kill coming before she swung just by the location of that set from Hilderman. Hilderman is an outstanding freshman setter in the Frontier Conference. And Rocky is at 7. They're back within 3 as Annie Cook goes back to serve. Peacock up to Moody. The set to Thompson. Good dig for Kapinga. This one has to be over. Free ball to the backside. Hopcroft is there. The set to Molesworth off the block and down. Angela Molesworth punishes the block and gets it down to the floor, 11-7. Tori Cellini will come back in to serve, and that means Moody goes out. Drivestein back in the game. Cellini will take over at set. Tech looking stronger in this second set. Here's Cellini. Kapinga gets the pass. Matheny saved on the second stab by Molesworth. Back to Molesworth for the cross-court miss. It's 11-8. Molesworth with a nice defensive play to keep that deflection in the air. Got the ball right back and then missed. Natalie Hilderman back to serve. Peacock. Cellini. Molesworth. It's on the floor. Boy, her and Drivestein look like when they get a set anywhere near that they can put the muscle into, it's going to be very hard to stop. And Molesworth gets it down, gets the quick side out. It's 12-8. Jenna McMillan shoots it down the line. Somehow Collenbeck got that pass out of there. Lamy jams it through the block. There you go, Olivia. That's what you do when you get sent to the bench. You come back and get a monster kill. Never should have sent me to the bench, Coach. Krista Judish back to serve. 12-9, Rocky within 3. Judish floats it back to Peacock. Peacock pops it up, tipped over by Molesworth. Hilderman to Kapinga, and blocked out of bounds by Molesworth. Russell is back in the front row, and she does some damage there. And Rocky is within 2 on their home court. Judish back to serve. Cross court, Peacock. Long run for Cellini. The set back to Peacock. And she is dug out by Ferguson. The set to Matheny. She jams it through the block for the kill. It's a 1-point game. Sydney Matheny is hitting at about 370. And nothing is going to change on that in the first 2 sets tonight. Judish for the tie. Hopcroft, perfect pass to Cellini. Drivestein gets pushed back. Push at the net. And a roofing call, I believe. Nope, a double is called on Tech, and we're tied up at 12. And Coach Solomon is stewing about that one. And now Rocky with a chance to take the lead. That's long. Service error. 13-12, Tech. A free side out from Krista Judish. And Sabrina Hopcroft back to serve. We're in the second set. Rocky took the first one by 4. Hopcroft to Ferguson, on target to Hilderman. The backside to Kapinga. This time a stop for the Tech Oregdiggers. Masha Carroll puts up the wall. 14-12. Sabrina Hopcroft back to serve. Hopcroft, 4-step approach, deep ball on the float, passed up perfectly, and Matheny with a laser shot to the floor. Matheny can just jump out of the gym, and she got that high enough and got on top of it. No chance for Tech. Side out, Rocky. Holland Ferguson back to serve. Skims the net. Hopcroft up to Cellini. The set to Carroll. Dug out on the backside by Judish. Out to Russell. Hopcroft with the dig. Here's Carroll again. Off the block and down. Ferguson gives herself up. Lands on her armpit. And it goes to the floor. Once again, Carroll doing the damage on the attack. Drivestein will come out. Into the game goes Hannah Liss. Herm Ellenboss at Rocky Mountain College on YouTube, rocky.edu, and KURLradio.com. And back to serve, Hannah Liss. The set goes to Russell. Russell gets the side out quickly. These outsides, every one of them on the floor can get it down almost any time. And these Rocky gals have got some hops. It's a pretty good contest between Russell, Lamy, and Kapinga as far as who's got the highest hops on the team for the Bears. Peacock, high bounce off the block. Judish gets there. The set to Hellrud, stuffed to the floor by Heather Thompson. That time, Tech puts up the wall at 16-14. And nobody able to pull away in this second set either. And Peacock will go back to serve. She whistles it left-handed down the line. The set to the outside. Russell wide open just outside the 10-foot line on the cross. Nicole Peacock just smiled at that one. 16-15. Russell gets some praise as she heads to the bench. She had an effective rotation. Colin Beck will serve. It's a one-point game. It's not a one-point game anymore. Colin Beck dials up the ace. Ruby Collenbeck, 16-16. Same kind of set as the first set. Last time, Rocky kind of put on the retro rockets towards the end and pulled away. Set to the backside. Carroll dug out by Kapinga. Here's Lamy. Lamy misses badly. Side out Tech. That was a stationary no approach swing by Lamy, and she could not drop it inside the back line. You get your transition, your 1 or 2 step circle move, and you can really blast it, but not that stationary jump. Allison Kelly back to serve. Loads it up in the middle, takes it deep. Passed up by Collenbeck. They're going to try Lamy. There's your transition ball. Peacock there on the dig. Moody takes it out to Molesworth. Collenbeck tipped over by Rocky. Moody goes back to Molesworth. There's the hammer. Tight to the net. Pushed to the floor by Tech. Jenna McMillan, her eyes lit up as she saw that one floating toward her, and she did what you do over those. You send it to the floor. 18-16 Tech. Here's Kelly. Deep ball. And Ferguson with an ugly play there. She sticks out a hand. She thought that Kapinga was letting her take it when Kapinga was just laying off that one. And Ferguson thought, oh, that's mine. 19-16. She knows what she did. Probably doesn't need me to talk about it. Hilderman to Lamy. Lamy loads it up, cross court, popped up in the air. Somebody's got to get there. Moody does. Peacock floats it over the top, covered to the backside by Ferguson. The set to Hellroot, off the block, it's on the floor. Kelly got messed up on her scoop it or push it, and it's on the floor, side out, Rocky. And Brian Solomon's okay with that, and Annie Cook will come into the game to serve for the Battlin Bears. 19-17, Cook loads it up with a couple of dribbles from the right side. Shoots it cross court. Hopcroft up to Moody. They take it out to Molesworth for the hammer, and Collenbeck saw it coming, got over there. Lamy, roll shot over the top. Hopcroft is there on the back line. Moody to Thompson. Thompson, one-arm stab by Kapinga. Back to Lamy. Lamy misses. And Tech is first to 20. There are a lot of great defensive plays happening. Even the Bear, the Rocky Mountain Bear, is enthralled by the action. I don't think the Bear has moved. Frozen in admiration for these teams. Tori Cellini back to serve. Oh, there's a move. The foot moved. Okay, 20-17. Cellini loads up the serve. We're in the second set. Kapinga on target pass. The set out to Hawks. Hawks dug out by Hopcroft. Back row attack for Molesworth. Rocky gets there. Matheny jams it into the block. It's going to be on the floor. Sydney Matheny jams it into Drivestein's block, and somehow it finds its way to the floor. Matheny with another kill. 20-18 Tech. Hilderman back to serve. Tech needs this one or they're down 2-0. Hilderman, perfect pass by Hopcroft. Drivestein jammed into the air by Hilderman. Here's Kapinga. Cross court, feathers it off the block. Hopcroft gets there. The set to Molesworth. Dug out, pushed over by Kapinga. How did she get a hand on that one? The set to Matheny. Dug out by Tech. Here's the bump set to Molesworth and an error. It's a 1-point game. Wow. I don't know how Kapinga got up and intercepted that one that was heading for our broadcasting bench. I was ready to make the catch, and Kapinga jumps out of the gym to get it. For the tie, Peacock into the back corner. Collenbeck gets under it. The set to Hawks. Hawks off the block. Peacock is there with a pass. The set to Drivestein. Tip behind the block for the easy point. And Tech maintains the 2-point lead. Haley Drivestein and Haley Kapinga went to tip school. And that was the Montana Tech version of the tip drill. 21-19. Jenna McMillan back to serve. McMillan walks into her serve, takes it down the line. Kapinga on target with a pass. Back to Kapinga. Knocked back by the block from Tech. Free ball over the top for Rocky. Left side, Peacock dug out into the corner by Rockies. Kept out of the net by Cellini. And a big miss for Molesworth. Back to a 1-point game. Bodies flying all over the place. Krista Judish will come into the game. This crowd is, now the Bears tapping his foot, so he's entertained at this point. Judish tries the short one. Peacock on the pass. Dump shot. Saved out of the net by Kapinga. Pushed over by Hilderman. Here's Drivestein. Misses. We're tied up at 21. She reached back for that extra MPH, and that was just enough to take it out the side door. Who's going to break away from the 21-21 tie? Krista Judish hands it back to Tech on the serve. Judish bombs it into the net with a rare service error. 22-21. And Judish says, yep, I know I did that. Hopcroft back to serve. Cross court. Ferguson gets there. Hilderman sweeps it into the air. Russell into the block of Drivestein. Here's the attack. Back to Russell. Russell cross court. Jenna McMillan is there. to Carroll. Carroll gets a feather at the net, still gets dug out. Back row attack for Ferguson. Hopcroft is on it. Cellini to Drivestein. That's going to be on the floor. Drivestein gets Tech point. And Tech is 2 points away from a hard-fought second set win. But don't go to your refrigerator yet. Hopcroft back to serve. Deep ball into the corner. Boy, these teams are not letting anything come easy. Drivestein and Peacock with the block. Back to Matheny. Matheny gets the side out. There's that blinding fastball from Matheny. I think there's a Matheny in the major leagues. And that was a major league swing there by Sidney Matheny to get the timeout from Tech. It's 23-22. Tech trying to get out of the second set with a win. We're back in 30.
Like most people, you're busy enjoying your life and taking care of today's priorities, but it's a good idea to think about your future. Will you have enough income to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle down the road? Time flies, so it's never too soon to create a financial strategy for your future. Farm Bureau agents Greg Piper and Bill Schwarzkopf in Billings can help you consider your options and define what's important to you. To learn more, contact Farm Bureau agents Greg Piper and Bill Schwarzkopf in Billings today. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company.
Well, you could cut the tension with a knife, as they say. 23-22. We're deep in the second set. Rocky has the serve. Holland Ferguson awaits. Who's going to play their way into a win in the second set? Ferguson gets the signal. Now she gets the real signal. And loads it up, takes it cross court. Peacock on target with the pass. The set to Carroll, high off the block, covered by Ferguson. Hilderman goes outside to Russell. Russell gets the tie. Russell straight down with that 40-inch vertical, at least on that play. And we're tied up on 23. And now things get very tight. Tech needs this point. Ferguson, cross court. Here's Cellini. To Carroll. Carroll gets the lead, 24-23. She puts it into the donut hole. Russell gave chase. Judish gave chase. Neither one got there with a pass. 24-23. Tech has a chance to tie in one set apiece if they can get this point. They've got their best server out there, Hannah Liss. Can she ace this thing out of here? 53 aces on the year. Liss loads it up, whistles it cross court. Kapinga has the pass. Russell into the block, covered by Rocky. To the other side, to Kapinga. Hopcroft, the put away by Hellrud. Hellrud takes that overpass from Hopcroft, and we are tied up at 24. And yes, we are going to extra numbers on this one. 24-24. Kapinga back to serve. Moody in the game now to set for the Oregdiggers. Kapinga cross court. Peacock, Moody. Here's Carroll. Dug out by Judish. Cross court. Russell off the top of the block. Covered by Moody. A bump set. Back to Peacock. Boy, that net's a-shaking. Russell cross court. McMillan with a perfect dig. Out to Peacock. The tip. Knocked away, but Ferguson gets there. The dump shot by Kapinga is covered. Moody to Thompson. It's down. Tech is the first to 25. Somehow Thompson stayed in the air an extra half click to get her hand on that one. Looked like she jumped a little early. And Tech has Rocky at their second set point. Peacock back to serve. Down the line, Judish with an on-target pass. The set to the middle to Hellrud. Swept into the air by Carroll. To the backside to McMillan for the win. Nope, Ferguson is there. Here's Kapinga, back row attack. Covered by Moody. Bump set. Here's Carroll. Tip. Covered with a run by Russell. The set goes to the middle to Hellrud for the miss. And that's a win for Tech, 26-24. So Tech answers the first game win for Rocky by coming back for the 26-24 win in the second set. And we are back with more exciting volleyball in 2.5 minutes.
Are you looking for help with Medicare questions? Terry at the Johnson Agency specializes in Medicare solutions. Medicare can seem complicated, but an appointment with Terry can help you have peace and understanding of what products are available and how they work. Call Terry today to make sense of Medicare. Call 652-4422. That's 652-4422. Or look for the Tronson Agency in the Yellow Pages under Insurance. A lot has changed in the Yellowstone Valley since 1907, but one thing hasn't budged. It's a commitment to service at Yellowstone Bank. Yellowstone Bank continues to serve at 3 locations in Billings, downtown and 2 West End locations, Laurel, Columbus, Absaroka, and Bozeman. Choose your nearby Yellowstone Bank for mortgage, commercial, and consumer loans with a full range of personal banking products designed to help you manage your money with confidence. Yellowstone Bank, an equal housing lender and FDIC insured, located on the internet at YellowstoneBank.com. Fisher Construction is proud to support local high school football. Fisher Construction is in its 3rd decade as a general contractor in Billings. Many of their employees and children have been involved in local sports through the years, and they are proud of those individuals. Thanks to the students, faculty, parents, and supporters who make high school football such an incredible success here in Billings. Fisher Construction hopes you enjoy the games.
If your business is growing and you don't have time to find good employees, give us a call at Advanced Employment. Every week we place hundreds of great workers at companies all over the Billings area, from hospitality and construction to retail and clerical. Our rates are the lowest in town, and we can provide insured, reliable employees fast, serving our customers by getting the job done right for over 20 years. Advanced Employment in the red, white, and blue house at 2115 Broadwater.
Get the job done right.
Fall in love with your home all over again. Pella Windows and Doors makes replacing your windows and doors easy from start to finish. Beginning with an in-home consultation, a Pella expert will assist you in selecting the right products for you and your home. Interest-free financing or longer-term solutions are available. Let your Pella expert manage your project from start to finish. Meet your Pella expert at the Pella Showroom, 2520 Grand Avenue or PellaMT.com.
Back at Rocky Mountain College, I'm Herm Ellenboss. So glad to have you along tonight on YouTube, Rocky.edu, and KURLradio.com. Taking a look at the stat sheet. Boy, those hitting numbers fell to earth in that second set. Rocky hit 14 of 63. They hit 79 with 9 errors. Montana Tech hit 100, 14 kills and 60 attempts, 8 errors. How about this line for Sidney Matheny? 7 kills, 12 attempts, no errors, 583 in this pressure cooker game. 16 digs for Ferguson. For Tech, Drivestein, 6 kills, 14 swings, 357. And Masha Carroll with 8 kills to lead her team in 22 swings, 227. Heather Thompson, not as many attempts. She's hitting 400. So on the set, or on the night rather, 179 for Rocky, 155 for Tech. 14 digs for Hopcroft, 10 for Gina McMillan. So we've got a 3-set match now. And back to serve, Tori Cellini for the Oregdiggers. Entertaining volleyball here in Billings on Friday night. Collenbeck, Hilderman, Lamy dug out on that big swing. Free ball by Hopcroft. Back to Collenbeck. Rocky reloads. Here's Matheny. Does that hit the floor? No. Run down by Hopcroft. Matheny gets stopped for once. The set outside to Lamy. Cross court. That's going to hit. It somehow got through the rafters. And Hilderman gets stopped by Drivestein. Tech takes the first point. Hilderman with a little bit of a cheap shot into the block, and Drivestein right there. She went right up with Hilderman and snuffed it out. And Tori Cellini will go back to serve for the Oregdiggers. Oregdiggers, right corner, deep ball. Collenbeck on target to Hilderman. Here's Lamy. Lamy off the top of the block. Peacock is there with a pass. The set to Molesworth. Gets over the net. Rocky's got to go to work. Here's Lamy with a back row attack. Push shot to the floor. Peacock was on her heels. Couldn't transition to the front. And it's a one-point game here at Rocky. Lamy scores the kill. Hilderman back to serve. Deep ball. Right there, McMillan. The set to Drivestein. That's through the block. Haley Drivestein gets the kill. You know, if I don't know if it's Stein or Steen, I'll say it one way one time, one way the other time. It will kind of even things out for the parents. And back to serve, Jenna McMillan. Kapinga up to Hilderman. Kapinga gets it back, and she misses badly. Wow. They ran that play a bunch of times against MSUB on Tuesday, and it was very effective. But Kapinga got crossed up that time and almost hit it in the stands. 3-1 Tech. Jenna McMillan back to Ferguson. Tight to the net. Hilderman has it. Matheny stopped that time. The attack to the backside to Peacock. Off the top of the block. Kapinga makes the play. The set to Lamy. Lamy through the block and down. Another tool job there by Olivia Lamy. Peacock had the wall up but didn't close it. Molesworth couldn't get over there. It's 3-2. Rocky side out. Judish into the game to serve. Krista Judish, a 5'9 junior. Judish, deep ball. Hopcroft, perfect pass up to Cellini. There's Drivestein. Big block at the net by Matheny, but Tech gets it back. Back row attack for Judish. It's on the floor in front of Hopcroft. She took that set away from Russell, and Judish puts it away. And we're tied up at 3. That has to feel good for a mostly defensive player to go up and do some offense. Judish loads it up for the lead. Nope, into the net. Another service error for Krista Judish. 4-3 Tech. Sabrina Hopcroft back to serve. She'll set up with her back to the EBMS poster and shoot it deep. Ferguson plays it. Hilderman to Kapinga. She loads it up. Pushed back by the block of Molesworth. The set to Matheny. Another pushback. And that time it's down for Tech. 2 solid blocks in a row. Second one pays it off for Tech, and they lead by 2. Boy, you get Drivestein, Peacock, and Carroll up there, and that is a wall. Hopcroft back to serve. Russell, perfect. The set to Matheny. That's off the block and down. This time she punishes the block of Drivestein and gets it down. 5-4. Matheny gets the kill. Ferguson back to serve. Tech still up by 1. Hopcroft on target to Cellini. The quick set to the outside. Carroll saved with one arm by Hilderman. Tech back on the attack. To the middle this time to Drivestein for the miss out the back door. Line judge hesitated on that, and finally the out call came up. That was very close. 5-5. Drivestein awfully close on that one. Here's Ferguson. To Peacock. Up to Cellini. Peacock has to work to get that one over the net. It was behind the aerial. Russell gets stuffed at the net by Tech, but Rocky gets it back over the net. Cellini to the outside for Carroll. That's down. Double block over there, but hey folks, Carroll is 6'2", and she can go right over that block with a swing. 6-5. Hannah Liss will come into the game. Glacier, her high school team, doing well again this year, as usual, in the AA here in Billings. Hannah Liss, deep ball to Judish, a little bit of a pop-up, run down by Hilderman. Here's Russell. Russell to the donut hole, covered, overpass, put away. Kapinga gobbles that one up. And Peacock hands a set to Haley Kapinga on that one. And we're back to the 6-6 tie, all squared away in games and in score. Haley Kapinga from the right corner rockets it back to Hopcroft. Late reaction, but she gets a good pass. There's Carroll. Ferguson with a dig. Bump set. Russell has to wait for it. To the back row. Hopcroft pops it straight in the air. Moody for the back row attack. Feathers it over the net and misses. The bounce off the net took it outside. And Coach Solomon wanted a touch by Rocky at the net, but nobody was there. And Rocky leads 7-6. You always got to ask for it. And Kapinga will try to work on that lead. Deep ball, might have been out, played by Hopcroft. Moody, double. Rocky point, 8-6. Quick whistle on the Moody set. And now Rocky trying to pull away. And the Bear moved. I can't pick on the Bear anymore. Kapinga drops it in. Hopcroft leans, gets there. Here's Peacock through the block and down. That was a sweet swing by Peacock. Hellrud and Russell were there, and Peacock found the 3-inch gap that she could get the ball through. And a big side out for Tech, and Peacock back to serve. Deep ball to Judish. Long run two people decide which one's going to play it. Carroll keeps it alive. Moody to Jenna McMillan. Beautiful dig for Kapinga, running into the cloud for Hilderman, and Russell free balls it over. Moody, the quick, to Thompson. Judish, overpass. That's on the floor for Tech. Carroll took an overpass and put it away off the block. We're tied up at Tech. Gutsy comeback for Tech to get back to the 8-8 tie. It's number 1 versus number 2 in the Frontier Conference, and these teams are playing like it. Peacock takes the short one up to Ferguson. Russell unloads. High bounce off the block, covered by Jenna McMillan. And a double is called on that set again. And Rocky is up 9-8 on the setting error by Moody. And Moody is looking over at the coach saying, my bad. Ruby Collenbeck back to serve. Collenbeck loads up the left hand, shoots it deep. Peacock on target to Moody. The set to Jenna McMillan, stuffed out of bounds by Rocky. We're tied up. Hilderman was there, didn't close the block. 9-9. Allison Kelly in the game to serve for Butte. It's a good Butte name, Kelly. And Kelly loads it up from the middle of the floor. Shoots it just over the net. Kapinga shanks it, but it's covered. Free ball by Ferguson. Back to Peacock. Here's the attack. To Heather Thompson. Another hang-in-the-air job. And another double is called. 3 doubles now called on Camille Moody. And she's got herself thinking about it, I'm sure. And we're going to see some substitutions here to get the libero Hopcroft in. 10-9 Rocky. Annie Cook to Hopcroft. Perfect pass to Moody. You just know she's thinking about it. Molesworth gets dug out. The swing by Matheny, knocked back, push to the floor, but it's out. Nope, they called it in. The push by Molesworth, who went up at 6'2". Got 2 6'2" players rotating on that front row, and then you throw in 6'1" Drivestein, and you've got a force on the floor for the Oregdiggers. It's all squared away at 10. Tori Cellini goes back to serve, and I'm sure Camille Moody's saying, get me out of here for now. I want to not have another double. Cellini, cross court. Collenbeck, Hilderman, Lamy, dug out by Hopcroft. The set to Molesworth. Cross court swing against her body. She gets a good hit on it, and then Lamy puts it away with a smash. No chance for Cellini on that Lamy swing. 11-10. Rocky up by 1. And Natalie Hilderman back to serve. Here's the swing by Drivestein. She pulls off and does the tip. Kapinga loads it up, sends it off the top of the block. Covered. A bump set to the outside for Molesworth. That's going to be a point for Tech. Molesworth gets it down off of Collenbeck. And we are crawling up point by point through this third set. Anyone want to bet against me tonight that we go to 5 sets? Gina McMillan. And Rocky would love to do that if they have to, because Tech played 5 last night. The swing by Matheny off the block, covered by Tech. The set out to Molesworth. That's in the crowd. Collenbeck with a shank, and Tech leads 12-11. And they can't keep the souvenirs here, so down ref gets the ball back. Jenna McMillan back to serve. McMillan to Collenbeck. Perfect pass. Dump shot. Perfect by Hilderman. How about that? I think that's the first time this game, and she chose the right time because Tech was totally spread out, leaving the donut hole wide open. 12-12. Krista Judish back to serve. Judish steps into her serve. Peacock tight to the net, and a double this time on Cellini. Wow, that was a good serve that turned into a bad pass that turned into a setting error. 13-12, Rocky up by 1. Judish loads it up, takes it cross court to Peacock, and Drivestein gets blocked at the net, saves it on the comebacker. Here's the attack by Rocky. The quick to Kapinga. That's off Jenna McMillan for the kill. Rocky's up for 2. They ran that inside slide play again where there's 2 potential hitters, and then Kapinga took that one and punished it. 14-12. Judish, cross court. Hopcroft on target. The set to Drivestein. Hilderman has the dig. Russell has to jump off her back foot. Nothing on it. Drivestein, back row attack for Hopcroft. Judish with the dig. The set to Kapinga, blocked out of bounds. It's a point for Kapinga and the Bears. Tech was there with a stop, but they could not steer it back to the court. And Rocky on a little bit of a run here, and Brian Solomon sees the same thing, calls the timeout. We're tied up at one set apiece. Rocky leads 15-12 in the third. We're back in 30.
Billings Pharmacy One is the one pharmacy you need for your prescription services. Whether you like to have your prescriptions delivered to your home in the Billings area, or you'd rather stop by their convenience store right in the heart of the medical corridor, the service, friendliness, and accuracy of your prescriptions and refills are number one. Full insurance processing of your prescription claims every time. Billings Pharmacy One, located in the Yellowstone Medical Building, 2900 12th Avenue North, and online at billingspharmacy1.com.
And we are back with the rest of Rocky's home games on KURLradio.com and YouTube, as we will be here for the Western match and the Carroll match right here from the Fortin Center next weekend, as both of these teams will be high seeds in the Frontier Conference Tournament, which starts November 9th in Carroll. They would like to have the number one seed, but both of the bottom seeds are kind of in a class by themselves. There's a nice jam up in the middle of pretty good teams, and then there's LC State and Western. But look, Western took Tech to 5 last night. So who knows when it comes to tournament time. But it's coming soon, and the prize at the end of the race is a trip to the Nationals in Sioux City. Hopcroft up to Cellini. The set to Drivestein. High bounce off the block, covered by Rocky. Kapinga with a throwdown. 16-12. Kapinga's had a great third set. Kapinga just skies up there and throws it down. Slam dunk style. She saw a lot of that in high school playing against Taylor Mims, who did that a lot. Hopcroft plays the ball on the line. Molesworth cross court. That's down. Oh, a pancake by Kapinga, but nobody covered it right in front of us here. Kapinga kept that alive, but Russell was already leaning the wrong direction. And a side out for Tech. Hopcroft gets set to serve. She says, I can only go with one ball tonight. Throws away the extra. It's not like tennis where you keep one in your pocket. Ferguson up to Hilderman. The dump shot punched in the air by Drivestein. Kind of kept things alive and then flipped over by Hopcroft and covered by Rocky. To Russell. Off the block. Hopcroft is there with the dig. The set to the backside to Peacock. And a little shake in my voice because that ball went right off my head. Shoot, I thought I could catch that, but it was too much of a speed ball. 16-14. I have a little chart at home of all the balls I've caught when I've announced from courtside, and I thought I could add a little mark there, but it went off my hands. And Matheny with a big swing off of Drivestein. Matheny comes back after the emphatic Peacock kill and gets one of her own going the other way. 17-14 Rocky. Ferguson back to serve for the Battlin Bears. Cross court. Hopcroft to Cellini. The set to Carroll. Dug out by Ferguson. Here's Russell. And blocked at the net by Tech. So close to the aerial that time. Boy, what a solid block by Cellini. And I think it was Peacock that went up and totally sent that down. It was going to the floor about as fast as the swing came from Russell. 17-15, Tech trying to close the gap. Hannah List back to serve for the Oregdiggers. Reaches back. Kapinga with a perfect pass. She gets the setback for the left-handed tip. Punched in the air by Peacock. Bump set for the back row attack for McMillan. It's down. 1 point game. Jenna McMillan finds the back line. Ferguson laid off of it. And back to serve for the potential tie, Hannah Liss. Liss loads it up with the right hand. Judish tight to the net. Hilderman out to Russell. Russell blocked down the net. Put away on the front row by Kapinga. There's that vertical. Wow. That one was doing something nasty over the top of the net. A big spin on it. And Kapinga just sends it down. 18-16. What a great set for Kapinga. Deep ball by Kapinga off the serve. The set out to Carroll. Carroll gets the answer. 18-17. Ferguson couldn't get to that corner in time for the Masha Carroll kill. And back to serve goes Nicole Peacock. Tech still down by 1. Cross court. Ferguson changes. Tipped over by Hellroot. Swept into the air by Carroll. The bump set for the back row attack. Kapinga's there. Tight to the net. Flipped over the top by Hilderman. The set to the middle to Thompson. Big miss. 2-point lead for Rocky. Well, Carroll was waiting to be loaded up on the outside. Instead, the set went to Thompson, and Thompson was a little bit crossed up on her scoring up to the net kind of thing. Moody back in the game, 19-17. Rocky leads. Collenbeck to Peacock. Moody to Carroll. Stuffed. Out of bounds. We're back to a 1-point game. Solid block, but it was not steered back on the court. Allison Kelly will go back to serve. 1-point lead for the Bears. Kelly under the basketball hoop, starts her approach, whistles it back to Kapinga. The set to Lamy off the top of the block, keeps it alive. Moody out to Jenna McMillan, and another double. Yep, boy, poor Camille Moody. Wow. And Brian Solomon is not happy with the upper F. 20-18. Annie Cook back to serve. Rocky up by 2. Just know Moody is thinking about it. The quick to Thompson, finds the corner. So she comes back from adversity and lays a softball up for Thompson, and Thompson punishes it to the corner. 20-19. Rocky still up by 1. Another tight set here in the third. And back to serve, Tori Cellini for the Oregdiggers. She'll take over at set. Cellini shoots it back to Kapinga. Hilderman, the quick, this time to Matheny, takes that double set in the middle. The set out to Molesworth. Boy, was that a whistler. Tie game, Molesworth. That's about a whole game of frustration there. She just twisted that off the block. Beautiful shot by Molesworth. 20-20. This match has, by the way, lived up to expectations. Cellini back to Kapinga. Kapinga gets it punched up in the air by Tech. Another attack for Rocky. Out to Lamy. Lamy gets stopped at the net by Drivestein. And Tech pulls away to the 1-point lead in the 20s. Last set it was 26-24 Tech. And back to serve goes Tori Cellini. Cellini, deep ball. Collenbeck's on it. Hilderman bumps set to Lamy. Lamy with a tip covered by Peacock. Cellini to the backside to McMillan. This time Rocky with a stuffer. Lamy sends it down. 21-21. You might have to put some of these highlights on ESPN tonight. Hilderman back to serve. Good pass. This will set up a bump set to the outside for Molesworth. And this time dug out. Kapinga reaches up, knocks it over to Peacock. The set back to Molesworth. Another identical dig for Collenbeck. Here's Lamy. And blocked to the floor by Tech. And Tech leads 22-21. That was close to being blocked out. That was right on the yellow line. 22-21. Tech has the ad. We're closing in on another tight finish. Jenna McMillan back to serve. Tries the short ball. Kapinga on target. The set back to Kapinga. Right into the Drivestein block. And Rocky gets it over. Out to Drivestein to the donut hole for the 2-point lead. Drivestein says, you tip one, I'll tip one, and Drivestein finds the floor. And Tech is in control in this third set. Jenna McMillan back to serve. Rocky needs this one. Kapinga on target. The set for the wraparound to Matheny. It's a 1-point game. Little bit of a screwball off the block, but it hits the floor. And Matheny has the answer yet again. Incredible numbers for Matheny as far as efficiency. Rocky still down by 1. Here's Judish. Judish takes it deep, popped up in the air by Peacock. The dump shot, covered by Hilderman. She's a setter. She saw it coming. Russell misses, and Tech has Rocky at set point. That was one of those just elevate hits, and instead of being able to transition and throw it down, Russell shoots it out the back door. Set point for Tech. Here's Hopcroft, Ferguson, Hilderman. Matheny gets Rocky within one. The Matheny answer. So Kapinga and Matheny have been huge this set. Rocky has fought off its first set point in the third set. Ferguson goes back to serve. Another set point for Tech. Peacock. Here's Peacock for the finish. That's going to sail out, and that's a win for Tech. 25-23. The overpass sails out. Tech laid off of it. Tech has the 2-1 lead with another great finish, 25-23. We are back in 2.5.
Dress for Success Billings empowers women to achieve economic independence by providing interview and work-appropriate clothing, as well as career mentoring services to help with resume writing and interview skills. We also offer professional development workshops, computer training, and a mentoring program with local business women. For more information, please visit our website at billings.dressforsuccess.org or give us a call at 256-7304.
This message sponsored by John and Darla Jones. Don't let an injury or pain in your bones, joints, or muscles slow you down. Billings Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine can help. Their team of orthopedics and sports medicine doctors, physical therapists, occupational therapists, and athletic trainers work together in a unique way for patients of all ages. Billings Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine team helps get everyday athletes back on their feet because life is a sport. For more information or to make an appointment, visit billingsclinic.com/ortho.
Hey, sports fans, hate the panic that sets in when you get a low battery warning on your phone just as you're capturing the most epic game? Never be powerless again. At Verizon Cellular Plus, we have portable power chargers so you can charge on the go. They're small enough to fit in your pocket so you can charge up at the gym or football stadium. Keep your battery fully charged and get all the video and pictures you want. Only at your Billings area Cellular Plus in the Heights, on Shiloh, across from the Mall, in Lockwood, and in Laurel. CellularPlus.com.
After the game, you're going to be hungry. That means CJ's Barbecue and Grill. Sit around the fire, eat garlic ribs, super nachos, breaded calamari from CJ's appetizer menu, or order some of CJ's famous ribs or chicken. You'll find just what your appetite craves. And if you're hungry right now, can't wait, give CJ's a call for pickup. 656-1400. CJ's Barbecue and Grill on Central at 2455 Central Avenue.
Doctors McBride and Steiner, proud to announce a new associate doctor to their practice. Billings native and University of Montana and Arizona College of Optometry graduate Dr. Sean Lepsock is accepting patients. Dr. Lepsock has special interest in the treatment of glaucoma and dry eye, but also provides general vision care, including the latest in contact lenses. Call Doctors McBride and Steiner at 656-7605 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Lepsock. Doctors McBride and Steiner, 2120 Grand Avenue.
Herm Ellenbaugh is back at Rocky Mountain College, and it's 2-1. Montana Tech, the number one team in the Frontier Conference. Let's check some stats here. 12 of 29 for Masha Carroll, 310. 273 for Haley Drivestein, and 8 of 22 night so far. 20 digs for Sabrina Hopcroft, 14 for Peacock. 8 blocks for Tech, and they have taken the lead 8-6 in blocks. For Rocky, we've been jamming about Matheny all night. It's 11 out of 23, 11 kills and 23 swings. Only one error for Matheny. She is hitting a cool .435. Kapinga has 10 kills, 35 swings, 171. Needless to say, Rocky needs this one. Here's the swing by McMillan down the line. Colin Beck is there, out to Lamy. Lamy, high bounce off the block, perfectly played by Hopcraft. Here's Molesworth into the corner, covered by Rocky. To the backside to Kapinga. The tip, 2 players converge, and neither one of them makes the play. Peacock and McMillan say hello, and the ball falls between them. Great night here at Rocky. 21-3 senior in the big Senior West game in Billings. Molesworth, the hammer. Wow. Oh, my, does she have a big swing. That is a World Series home run there by Molesworth. 1-1. Jenna McMillan back to serve. McMillan tries the line. Colin Beck makes the play. The set to Matheny, and she got blocked. That's only her second error of the night. And Haley Drivestein makes the block. 2-1 Tech. You know, when the block really shows up time and time again, that's when you start thinking about your swings. Colin Beck makes the good pass again. The set out to Lamy. Lamy cross court. Easy play for McMillan. Cellini takes it to Molesworth. Another kill for Molesworth. Might as well check Molesworth's line here, as she has started with some strength here. She has 11 kills, 32 swings, 5 errors, 188. 3-1 Tech. The short ball. Colin Beck again makes the play. The set out to Lamy. High bounce off the block. Cellini loads up Molesworth. She got another one. No, she didn't. Oh, I guess I called that one too quickly. A play out of the Rocky bench. And Drivestein gets the kill off the block anyway. That third pass over the top of assistant coach Sarah Irigoyen kept it alive, but then they came right back for the Drivestein kill. 4-1 Tech. Jenna McMillan. A reach for Colin Beck gets there. Lamy, boy, she needs to start getting the ball on the floor for the Bears. Molesworth, tip, covered by Hildeman. Kapinga sets up Lamy, and a double is called by Kapinga. There's that two-finger salute by the up ref. That has been a common thing, as Camille Moody would tell you tonight. Andrea Hawks will come in to try to add a little juice to the arms on the front row for Rocky, as Tech has run out to the 5-1 lead. Jenna McMillan down the line. Kapinga on target to Hilderman. The set out to Andrea Hawks, and she mistimed it totally and hits it harmlessly into the net. And Lori Kelly can't be too far from a timeout in this fourth set. No wiggle room for Rocky. They lose this one. McMillan gets the ace. Jenna McMillan throws the drop float on Holland Ferguson for the ace. And this is the strongest start for either team, 7-1. Two tight wins for Tech, and they are on fire now. Colin Beck to Hilderman. The set to Andrea Hawks. Nothing but a push over the top. Peacock with a tip. Saved by Colin Beck with a pancake, but it's behind the aerial, and somehow Matheny steered it inside. The set to the backside to Peacock. Pumped up in the air by Hilderman. Here's Kapinga with a tip. Right there waiting is Tech. The quick to Drivestein. Hilderman with a dig. The set to Andrea Hawks. It's on the floor. A little feather off the block of Drivestein, and hits the floor, 7-2. Russell will come in as the rotation puts Russell out on the front row. Krista Judish back to serve. Rocky shuts down that run by Tech finally. Cellini to Drivestein. Big bouncer off the net. Saved by Rocky. The bounce off the net kept it up long enough for that to happen. A dump shot this time doesn't get done. So a surprise dump shot by Cellini. And it's 8-2. You're coming off a big save and then right back at you with another play. Cross court on the serve by Hopcroft. The set to Matheny. Misses out the back corner. 9-2. And Rocky is not looking strong yet in this fourth set. It was a 4-set win for Tech at Tech. Back to serve Hopcroft. Ferguson, Hilderman, Kapinga off the block, punched in the air by Cellini. Here's Jenna McMillan. Ferguson on the dig. Out to Russell. Russell cross court. Jenna McMillan. Carroll gets dug out by Ferguson, and Matheny is stuffed by Drivestein and Peacock. The block by Tech has been amazing over the last couple of sets, and they lead in blocks now 9-6. Timeout, Rocky Mountain College. They have spotted Tech an 8-point lead in the fourth set back in 30.
since 1952. Roger Daniel Insurance, 252-3411.
We're on our third and sometimes fourth generation of clients that my grandfather serviced in the early 1950s, my grandmother. Again, we believe in building relationships, and that goes deeper than just with a mother and father. That's with kids and grandkids and on down the line of many of the families that we're lucky enough to service.
Roger Daniel Insurance. Insurance for all Montanans like you. 252-3411.
Well, Lori Kelly has to be telling her team, just keep playing. You know, Tech can't be this hot the rest of the match, and if they are, then they deserve to win. And for Rocky Mountain College, this is a big lead that they have spotted Montana Tech. They actually knocked off the number one team in the country a couple of weeks ago in Viterbo in a 5-set match. Here's Hopcroft. Ferguson on target to Hilderman. The set to the outside. Russell. Did that get over the tape? There was a touch there by Tech. So a side out for Rocky. I wondered if maybe that didn't get over the tape. But the up ref pointed at a player. Ferguson gets the serve. The set out to Carroll. Wide open corner right over Hilderman. And Ferguson doesn't even move on it. Carroll has that kind of power off the swing. 11-3. Couple of side outs out of the timeout. And Hannah List goes back to serve for the Oregdiggers. List from the right corner loads up the jumper. Ferguson pops it up, run down by Hilderman. Here's Kapinga for the cross-court swing. List has the dig. They've played against each other a lot. Jenna McMillan feathers it off the net, covered by Rocky. The set to Hellrood is down. So Hellrood gets a little touch by Thompson, and it gets out of the reach of her teammates. And here comes Moody. She will be setting for Tech. Kapinga goes back to serve. And right at Peacock on that play, the set to Thompson, touch to Rocky player Judish, and a quick side out for Tech. Tech is really in the groove right now. It'll be quite the major move if Rocky can stop the Tech Express. Peacock rockets it back to Ferguson. Tipped over by Hellrood, saved on the last gas by Tech. Here's Kapinga, Hildeman, Hellrood, that's good. Moody just put a defensive hand up. No chance for a pass out of that. She knew it was coming at her with some gusto. 12-5. Rocky within 7. Boy, when you're this early in a set, you can take ones and twosy chunks out of it, and pretty soon you're tied up, but you got to get at least 2 for 1. Jenna McMillan gets passed up by Rocky, out to Hawks. Hawks into the block, pushed back by Thompson. Back to Hawks. Hawks gets blocked by Tech. Thompson goes up and snuffs out the swing by Hawks. And Lori Kelly can't decide whether she wants Hawks or Lamy in the game. Neither one has been effective against this Tech block. 13-5. Allison Kelly back to serve for Montana Tech. Kelly from under the basketball hoop. Shoots it deep. Might have been out. Played by Kapinga. Cross court. Lamy into the block. Nope, she didn't get through the block either. The dump shot attempt. Moody gets it up in the air. Out to McMillan. Cross court. Ferguson keeps it alive. Out to Kapinga. Moody, a little bit of a shank. Saved by Peacock. Here's McMillan with a roll shot over the top. Kallenbach gets there. The set to Hellrood. She gets stuffed by Molesworth and Thompson. Boy, has Heather Thompson come in with some good plays. She's not as tall as Molesworth or Carroll, but she has those big wide hands up there doing their thing. And Allison Kelly with a 9-point lead gives up the point. Service error, 14-6. Can Rocky propel themselves into a run here? Annie Cook goes back to serve for the Battlin Bears. Cook, hop, skip, and a jump. Popped up by Peacock. Here's Molesworth, back row attack. Annie Cook, Hilderman, Lamy, a double is called on the set. The two-finger salute comes up by the up ref, 15-6. And I've said this before, but I've never had a year of calling volleyball in 12 or 13 years where I've seen so many double calls at all levels. And Tori Cellini goes back to serve. Cellini shoots it down the line. Kapinga. Hilderman tries to dump her, no good. And Matheny takes the second load and puts it into the open corner. Matheny's going to sleep well tonight, and she will know that she had a very good match against a great team. Natalie Hilderman back to serve. Cross court, punched up in the air by McMillan. Here's Molesworth into the block, and that's on the floor off the block. Kapinga gets the block. So Rocky trying to make a move here, and the crowd is starting to get hopeful again. 15-8. Hilderman cross court. A little bit of a shank. Right there is Cellini out to Molesworth. Molesworth, how in the world did she get that angle? That landed on about the 4-foot line. Molesworth hit across her body, got it high enough to go over the net. That was amazing for Molesworth, and I had the perfect angle on it. 16-8, back to serve Jenna McMillan. Collenbeck, the bump set to Kapinga, tries the tap. Nothing else she could do with that one. Back to Jenna McMillan. Collenbeck with a dig. The set out to Lamy, feathers it off the block. Hopcroft gets there, punched over with a fist by Cellini. And Sydney Matheny gets denied. 6'1" and 6'2" say, nope, 5'10", you're not getting it through us. That was a team block by Drivestein and Molesworth. 17-8. Still a 9-point deficit. Jenna McMillan back to Collenbeck. Hilderman out to Lamy. Lamy gets pushed over by the net, but Kapinga hits the net on the follow-through of her push. It was laying up there above the net, which Kapinga has dealt with pretty well, but that time her follow-through brushed the net. And Tech's up by 10. Jenna McMillan back to serve. Flat-footed serve, flat-footed giveaway. And Rocky has 9. Daniela Russell will come in. After that first set, Tech has done a really good job of slowing down these outsides for Rocky. This is the second match in a row for Tech, so they're playing pretty well here. Peacock off the block for the kill. And Tech is rolling. 10-point lead. They're 6 points away from putting away the Bears and cementing their hold on first place in the Frontier Conference. Sabrina Hopcroft back to serve. Hopcroft will load it up, shoot it deep. Ferguson up to Hilderman. The set to the middle to Matheny. And Tech has figured out Matheny. Out to Peacock. Punched in the air by Judish. To Russell. Russell, high bounce off the block. Easy cover for Cellini. Here's Carroll for the kill. Tech's at 20. Everyone thinking Carroll was going to go cross court. Instead, she faked everybody out, went down the line. Tech 5 points away. Rocky unable to mount much of a challenge in this fourth set. Hopcroft to Ferguson. Hilderman to Kapinga. Cross court. Right there is Cellini. Above the net, a push, a battle, swept into the air. This one has to be over for Ferguson. It is. Good play for Ferguson. Backside, Peacock. That's not going to be covered. Peacock puts a smoke on that one with a left-handed swing from the outside. It's 21-9. Tech 4 points away from fighting off the challenge of the Battlin Bears. Hopcroft, cross court, overpass. Nope. Hilderman got there, swept to the floor by Drivestein. It looked like it was going to go to Drivestein on the first pass, but she got up there and had to wait for the second one and still put it away. 22-9. It's all over but the final score here. Sabrina Hopcroft, deep ball to Ferguson. Hilderman to the outside to Russell. Tool off the block of Peacock and to the floor. And Rocky gets into double digits as Howland Ferguson goes back to serve. Ferguson loads it up, shoots it from the right corner back to Hopcroft. Cellini, Peacock, Judish on the dig. The set to Hellrud, jams it through the block and down. 2 points in a row for Rocky. 22-11. Hellrud got some hurt on that one. Ferguson will try to keep it going. McMillan on target to Cellini. Drivestein feathers it, misses it on the set. Jumped too early. She was coming down. The ball was hanging out there. And Rocky has 3 points in a row, but still down by 10. Ferguson back to serve. Drops it in on McMillan. The set to Carroll. Blocked back by Rocky. Cellini. Back row attack to McMillan. Ferguson makes the play. To Kapinga. Cross court. She is dug out by Cellini. Bump set. Back row attack for McMillan, who misses it. 4 in a row for Rocky. Here come the Battlin Bears. And Brian Solomon getting a little bit tight over here to my right. He calls the timeout. Tech built a big lead, so they're still sitting on a 9-point cushion. We're back in 30 seconds.
In Montana, we have lots of fall traditions, completing the harvest, enjoying cooler weather and changing colors, and of course, football. Montana is unique. Shouldn't your banking be unique as well? Please stop by your local Stockman Bank and open a 406 checking account. 406 Checking offers free e-mobile, e-bank, and e-pay. Everything you need for your unique Montana lifestyle. $100 minimum opening deposit. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
Well, Rocky was hoping to come out of here with a 20th win on the season. That's always a good number when the tournament selection committee looks down their list. It might be stalled a little bit tonight here. Brian Solomon looking for win number 19 with his squad here tonight. Ferguson back to serve. Rocky in a bit of a run here, trying to make it interesting. Cellini to Carroll. That's into the open corner, and a giveaway by Rocky as Ferguson didn't move at all to the right corner. And a side out of the timeout. Brian Solomon says, let's set up Masha. 23-13. Hannah Liss back to serve. Liss will set up deep. Looks over her opposition. Calmly walks into her serve and rockets it back to Judish for a perfect pass. Hellrud off the block. One-arm stab by Hopcroft. Keeps it alive. Pushed over the net for Liss. Out to Russell. Russell blocked out of bounds. Another point for Rocky. 23-14. Boy, Rocky has so little room to allow any mistakes here. It's 23-14. Tech 2 points away from getting out of here with a win. Cross court by Kapinga. Peacock has the pass. The set back to Peacock. High bounce off the block. Covered by Ferguson. Over to Russell. Russell cross court. McMillan with the pass. The set to Mossel. Blocked back by Rocky. Covered by Hopcroft. Free ball by Jenna McMillan. Hellrud. Hildeman. Russell off the block. Hopcroft there with the dig. Moody into the tape, and that's another point for Rocky. A hitting error for Jenna McMillan. 23-15. So Rocky is playing with pride here and trying to keep Tech from getting out of here with a win. Kapinga to Hopcroft. Jenna McMillan. Kapinga's there with a stop. Russell flips it over. Hopcroft gets it. Backside. Peacock. Kapinga with a dig. Hellrud tries the short stuff. Peacock covers it on the second pass. Push to the backside. Ferguson's there. Here's Hellrud off the block. Hopcroft makes the play. Moody to Carroll. High bounce off the block. Covered by Kapinga. The quick to Hellrud is a miss. And Tech has Rocky at set point, match point. 24-15. And Coach Solomon breathing easier to my right. 1 point seems a lot less intimidating than having 2 points to go. The first set point, match point for Peacock. Two people collide, saved by Russell. Judish gets it over. Rocky's still in business. Moody to Thompson, and a double is called on the set. 24-16. And Lamy will come into the game. So Rocky fights off the first set point, match point. And Ruby Collenbeck will go back to serve. Collenbeck from the left corner. Shoots it back to Peacock. Perfect pass up to Moody. The set to McMillan and another double. It's double tonight. And suddenly Rocky's looking pretty respectable in this fourth set. 24-17. Back to serve, Collenbeck, Peacock, Moody, McMillan off the block, covered by Kapinga. Long run for Hilderman. Free ball coming up from Kapinga to Hopcroft, to Moody, to Thompson. High blocks bounce off the block. That's it. And Montana Tech wins in 4, winning the final.